I think everyone in here, I would imagine, because you're in a church right now, maybe you find yourself as the strong friend. I'll explain. The strong friend is somebody that maybe you get calls at night about a husband or a wife or a financial issue. You're the strong friend. You get called. But what happens when you need to call somebody? You kind of feel stuck in this identity crisis of, well, I can't really show my cards. But I think maybe someone in here, it may be too big to dance around. This issue may be too big to dance around. And I think we see this with Jairus. He has to go to a pastor. That's got to be so, in this moment, so humbling. Band, if you guys want to, come hang out. I like what you guys were doing. But look what he does. He came and fell at the feet of Jesus, pleading with him, come home with me. I need you to come with me. And then he reveals what's going on in his life. His only daughter, who was about 12 years old, was dying. Not just his daughter, his only daughter, his world, the only thing he cares about is now about to leave this earth. And now he's faced with one of these situations where, do I be the strong friend, or do I fix my situation? Ben, if you guys want to, come hang out. Do I fix my situation? And I think a lot of times we're faced with this identity crisis of figuring out, am I going to be the strong friend forever? Or is my situation actually going to change? Am I going to do something about the life that I have to change it? I don't know if you've ever been in that situation before. Maybe you're going through something like that. But there's one thing that you have to do. And it's exactly what Jairus did. Look, he came and fell at the feet of Jesus, pleading with him, crying out to Jesus, saying, I can't dance anymore. I need someone to take this from me. And I've got to tell you guys, I've been the strong friend a lot, and I haven't felt comfortable asking for help. So when someone has asked me, Pastor Tyler, how are you doing? You know what I do? Same thing you guys do. I'm good. But I'm not. I'm struggling with something. I think there are a lot of earthly fathers, but I don't think there are a lot of spiritual fathers. I think there are a lot of earthly mothers. I don't think there are a lot of spiritual mothers. And I think that when you're here and you're struggling, but you refuse, dads don't ask dads for help, right? It would make it weird. But that's who you need help from. That's the very thing you need in that moment. But we get so stuck in, what is everyone going to think? This guy had a whole city watching him. Had a whole city watching him. He's the person that helps me. He's the strong friend. He's the person that supports me. He better not mess up. He better not be a human. He better not have problems. And your family looks at you like that too, so you feel like you're in this box that you have to dance around every issue that happens because you can't say anything about it. And I didn't know what this meant until it actually happened. My wife, Ryan, and I have been married for almost 7 years. We have a 5-year-old daughter and we have a 3-year-old daughter. The 3-year-old daughter's name's Asher. And I remember we're in the delivery room to have Asher. And as a dad already in the delivery room, if you've ever had kids, you don't do anything. You just kind of like shuffle your feet and move stuff around like you know what you're doing, but you don't know what you're doing. So you're already uncomfortable and you feel like you're in the way. But your wife just wants you there, and you don't know why you're there, but she wants you there, and then she's mad at you for being there, and it's just a bad situation. But so we're there, and I'm holding her hand, and then you know the beepy thing that monitors the heart? All of a sudden, my wife's monitor starts going up 100 beats per minute, 130 beats per minute, 160 beats per minute, 240 beats per minute. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a whatever they are, cardiologist, I'm not any of that. But I know her heart can't take that for long. And so then I hear what nobody wants to hear. Mr. Sturban, right whenever a doctor calls you by your last name, it's never good. Mr. Sturban, we need to take you out. We're going to try to get the baby out, and then we're going to try to save your wife. What? Did you just say save my wife? She's in and out. She's unconscious, and she's coming back. She's everywhere, and I'm just standing there like, what? This is my only wife. I don't think I can get another wife, and no one likes me that much. But so they take me out of the room. And now I'm in this hallway, and I have no idea what to do. I have no idea. I'm pacing. And so I call my dad. Like he's been through this or something. I don't know. I call my dad, and my dad says, he thinks everything's good, and he went to hear about his grandbaby. I said, Dad, I don't know what's going on. They kicked me out of the room. They said Ryan might not make it. They're going to try to save Asher. I don't know what's happening. He says, stop. And my dad's not the most spiritual human being in the world. I can tell you that. But have you ever heard something from somebody like a ghetto dude speak some wisdom into your life? He's like, where did that come from? That's how I knew it was God. I'm a pastor. I didn't have anyone else I could call. I called my dad, and I'm telling him. He said, stop. He said, have you went and laid hands on your wife and begged Jesus to heal her? I said, no. They told me I couldn't go in. He said, okay, I can't say that. Never mind. He said, forget them. He said, forget them, and you get in there right now. And you know what's so terrible about Tyler? I still contemplated not doing that. I hung up, and then I thought, well, what if they're doing, what if I'm, and I begin to think, I'm a pastor, they told me not to, I don't think that this, and I never thought, what if Jesus could miraculously change my situation? I never thought that until now, and then I begin to walk in. I open this door, and I'm not one of those like crazy faith people, but right now I am for some reason. I open this door, I walk in, I put my hand on my wife, and the doctors and nurses are looking at me. I don't care, because I need something to change. I'm not dancing right now. I'm not in the hallway dancing. I need something to change. And no, and I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. You can ask my wife. I'm not lying to you. I lay my hand on my wife, and I begin to pray. God, you take this away. I want my wife home. And I begin to confess what I want God to do. And immediately, immediately she throws up. And her heart rate drops. Immediately. Now, I'm not one of those like crazy, like I believe miracles are real. I haven't seen a ton of them. But if you're one of those people that are really sketched out about the church and miracles and faith, I'm telling you, ask me. I've got some stories in this. I laid my hands, I prayed, and immediately her heart rate dropped to normal. Immediately it did. Now, I don't know if I never would have done that, what the situation would have been. I don't know. I would love to believe that God would still make that miracle happen. But I was faced in this hallway. Am I going to dance around this problem and allow for it to run my life? Or was this too big and I had to go to someone else?